What if a single act of kindness could change a stranger's life and yours forever? I'm Grace, and I thought I was just pouring coffee in a small Atlanta shop. But one sad pair of eyes walked through my door, and nothing was ever the same again. Hey, I'm Grace Sullivan running Sunlit Brew, a cozy coffee shop in Atlanta. Every morning I open the doors, play some soft jazz, and brew coffee for the regulars. One October day, an old lady walked in. She was in her 70s, silver hair tied up, wearing a faded gray sweater. She sat by the window, sunlight hitting her weathered face. Her blue eyes were deep, like an ocean of sadness, staring out as if waiting for someone who'd never show. "Black tea?" I asked, smiling. She nodded faintly. "Thanks." My heart ached. What's behind that sadness? She came back every morning, 8 o'clock sharp, always at the window table. I called her window lady in my head since I didn't know her name. She only ordered tea, never food, her eyes glued to the street, lost in thought. One day, I noticed her eyes were wet. Tears shimmered, ready to fall. But she tilted her head, took a deep breath, like she was holding back a lifetime of strength. My chest tightened. I accidentally brought a plate of waffles. "Kitchen made extra. Eat up." She looked at me, surprised, then nodded. She ate slowly, hands shaky, like the food might vanish. Day after day, I brought her food. Waffles one day, toast with jam the next, pumpkin soup when it got chilly. She never said no, just whispered, "Thanks," like a breeze. Her eyes stayed sad, but sometimes they warmed when I smiled. I noticed her sweater hung loose, her frame thinner each day, yet she sat tall, proud like an old oak. Who was she before? Why did her eyes carry such heavy sorrow? My friend Maya got curious. "Grace, who's that lady? Why do you keep giving her free food?" I shrugged. "She needs it, that's all." But folks started whispering. A guy in a suit smirked. "This place a charity now? Watch out, she might be scamming." I laughed it off, but it stung. One morning, she looked at me longer than usual. "You're too kind," she murmured, voice trembling. "Nobody's been this nice to me. In forever." Her eyes glistened, but she wiped them fast. My heart broke a little. A week later, she didn't show. Her window spot felt empty. I left waffles there, just in case, but I was uneasy. Maya shook her head. "Grace, maybe she took what she needed and split." I forced a smile. "Maybe she's just busy." That night, I saw an Instagram post, a pic of the waffles at her spot. Captioned, "Sunlit Brew faking charity." Comments cut deep. "She's a PR stunt, wasting food on strangers." I sat in the back room, hands shaking. Her eyes, deep, proud, haunted me. Was I wrong to trust her? That night, I opened my mom's keepsake box, a nurse's bracelet, and a note in her handwriting. "Kindness doesn't need a reason. A smile can save a soul." I remembered Mom sharing food with neighbors, even when we were scraping by. "Grace," she'd say, "you're never poor for giving." Tears fell. The lady's eyes were like Mom's, strong through heartbreak, holding pain to keep going. I decided, whether she came back or not, I wouldn't stop believing in kindness. 3 days later, she was back, thinner, sweater, swallowing her, eyes sunken like they carried centuries of grief. I brought tea and waffles. "You okay? We missed you." Her eyes watered. A tear slipped, but she wiped it fast, voice shaky. You're like someone I lost." I froze, my heart squeezing. Maya whispered, "Grace, she's got a big story. Aren't you scared?" I said, if I was scared, I wouldn't help. I just want her to hurt less. Drama hit hard when someone posted a pic of her eating. "This shop feeding a mystery lady? Who's paying?" It blew up online, sparking fights. Some praised me, but others tore in. "Teaching bad habits. Check her. She's a con. My boss Kevin called me in. Grace, you're making us a joke. I don't mind kindness, but if this messes up, it's on you. I said, I'll cover her food. Just let me keep going. Kevin sighed. Fine, but don't make me regret it. Next day, she came early. She sat, cradling her tea, staring at me. What's your name? She asked. Grace? I smiled. She nodded, like she was tucking it away. I'm Ellie, she said, opening up for the first time. You remind me of an old poem about light in the dark. Her eyes glistened, but she smiled, a fragile smile that melted me. You like poems? I asked. She nodded but went quiet, like memories hurt too much. Regulars started noticing Ellie. An older woman said, Grace, you're sweet, but watch out. Old folks spin sad tales to mooch. I smiled, but it weighed on me. One morning, Ellie coughed, hands trembling on her cup. I brought a warm cloth. Take care, okay? She looked at me, eyes wet. You don't think I'm tricking you? I shook my head. I'm only scared you'll hurt more. She grabbed my hand, hers cold, but her eyes so warm. Maya muttered, Grace, you're freaking me out. Ellie vanished again for 3 days. I left food at her spot, but I was restless. The Instagram post kept spreading, new comments stinging. Old lady's gone. Bet she got her fill. I sat in the back, rereading Mom's note. Kindness doesn't need a reason, but doubt crept in. Was I helping the right person? Were Ellie's eyes deep, proud, honest? Maya hugged me. Grace, you've done enough. If she's gone, it's not your fault. I nodded, but my heart ached. Ellie came back, weaker, eyes hollow but still proud. I brought hot soup. You gotta stay strong. She looked at me, voice breaking. You know, I used to teach literature. I read poems to kids about hope, light. Now I'm just shadows. Her eyes watered, but she wiped them. My son, he's far away. The one I loved most left me. You're my only light. I choked up, holding her hand. You're not alone, I said. I'm here. The drama peaked when someone filmed Ellie eating and posted it on TikTok. This shop feeds a random lady. Real or fake? It went viral. With hate piling on. Cheap PR. She's an actor. Kevin was livid. Grace, I told you to be careful. We're a laughingstock. I said, I'm sorry, but I won't ditch her. Kevin sighed. You pay? I'll let it slide. But if this keeps up, you're out. I nodded, staring at her window spot. Ellie's eyes kept me going. Ellie brought an old book, worn cover, Shelley's poems. For you, she said, voice shaky. You remind me of who I used to be. I opened it, saw her handwriting. To those who bring light. Ellie. My eyes stung. You were happy once, weren't you? I asked. She nodded, tears brimming. My husband died in Vietnam. My son's all I have, but he's so far. She held my hand, hers cold, my heart warm. I'd reached her soul. One morning, the shop went dead quiet. 3 black SUVs, government plates pulled up. Everyone stopped eating, staring. A tall officer, medals gleaming, walked in with 2 others. The doorbell rang loud. Kevin rushed out. What's going on? The officer took off his cap. I'm looking for Grace Sullivan. I stepped up, heart pounding. That's me. He smiled. I'm Colonel Marcus Reed. Here for a promise to General Nathan Bennett. I gasped. General. He nodded. And his mother, Eleanor. Colonel Reed explained. Eleanor Bennett is General Nathan's mom, head of Special Forces. 2 years ago, his wife left, unable to handle the distance. Nathan's home just weeks a year, leaving his mom alone in a cold house. She's proud. Didn't want anyone knowing she was hungry, lonely. I pictured Ellie's eyes, deep, tearful. carrying a lifetime of loss. She told Nathan about you, he said. Your waffles, your smile, your no questions kindness. You saved her spirit. Tears spilled, the shop silent. He handed me an envelope, a letter from the general's command, thanking you. Nathan wrote, if anyone asks how my mom made it, find the girl at Sunlit Brew. She's her light when I couldn't be. Ellie says you're why she kept going. The colonel saluted, his men followed. For Nathan, Ellie, and Special Forces, thank you. The crowd stood, clapping. I clutched the letter, choking up. I just saw her sad eyes. I didn't want her to hurt more. A week later, Ellie returned, stronger, eyes brighter. She grabbed my hand. Grace, you gave me a reason to believe in life. My son knows you, wants to meet you. I laughed. What did you say to make him curious? She smiled, the first time I saw it. A smile that lit her eyes, no more tears. I said you're an angel, she told me. Maya eavesdropped, whispering, Grace, bet she wants you as her daughter-in-law. I blushed, heart racing. Something big was coming. One morning, Ellie walked in with a man. Tall, salt and pepper hair, wearing a simple shirt, but his eyes were sharp, like hers. Blue, piercing. Grace, she said, voice trembling. This is Nathan, my son. Nathan shook my hand, voice deep. Thank you for saving my mom. And maybe me too. I froze, cheeks burning. Maya hissed. Oh my God. Grace, he's gorgeous. Ellie smiled. You deserve happiness, Grace. My heart skipped. A new light was dawning. Nathan started dropping by. He'd bring coffee for Mom, but stay to chat with me. He shared stories of nights missing home, the pain of his wife leaving, how my kindness gave him hope. You're different, Grace, he said, eyes shining. You give without expecting anything. I blushed, thinking of Ellie. She taught me light's always somewhere. One day, he held my hand. I'm only here a few weeks, but I want to know you more. My heart pounded. Was I falling in love? The story of Ellie and me spread through Atlanta. The nasty posts got deleted, replaced with articles praising kindness. Folks flocked to Sunlit Brew, leaving tips with notes. You inspire us. Kevin put up a sign. Free coffee for anyone in need. Ellie came daily, no longer alone. She read me poems, her voice soft like a bedtime story. Grace, she said, eyes gleaming, you're the best poem I know. I smiled, knowing she'd changed me forever. 6 months later, Nathan came back from a mission. One night, the shop closed. Just golden lights glowing. He knelt, holding a ring. Grace, you're my mom's light, and now mine. Marry me? I cried, nodding. Ellie stood there, eyes wet but beaming. I knew you two were meant to be. Maya squealed. Told you! The shop erupted in cheers. I looked at Nathan, knowing I'd found home, all because of a waffle and Ellie's sad eyes. Our wedding was in a small Atlanta church, sunlight streaming through stained glass. Magical. Ellie wore blue, standing by me, eyes like stars. You're my daughter, she whispered, squeezing my hand. Nathan smiled, love in his gaze. Guests, soldiers, shop regulars cheered as we vowed. But as the pastor spoke, a voice echoed from the back. Wait! I turned, heart-stopping. A beautiful woman, blonde, stepped forward. I'm Lauren, she said, Nathan's ex-wife. The church went silent. Lauren walked up, eyes red. Grace, she said, voice breaking. I'm not here to ruin this. I just need to say, cherish Nathan. He's a good man, a great husband. I regret leaving him, leaving Ellie. I thought I was strong, but I was wrong. It's too late now. Tears fell, but she smiled sadly. Be happy, like I couldn't. She turned away, her figure lonely. I looked at Nathan, his hand tightening on mine. Ellie hugged me, eyes glistening. You healed us. The crowd clapped, I cried, knowing my kindness had changed everything.